Moving on to South Africa. Lord have mercy. I don't even know where. Okay, let me start from the 2017 State of the Nation address in the parliament. So first of all, I thought that it was a Hollywood movie premiere. I mean, it was supposed to be State of the Nation address, but politicians and their spouses arrived for the red carpet, and you know, all of them looking fancy. I was like, red carpet for the State of the Nation address? Anyway, I mean, they really went all out. Look at the red carpet they laid out for the attendees. I was like, these people went all out. Is this how it is in South Africa? Maybe it's just something that I'm not aware of, because we don't do it like this in Nigeria. So I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I was surprised. I didn't know this is how they do it in South Africa. But you know, despite all that, you will not believe what happened inside the parliament. Even though everybody was looking nice and fancy, you guys will not believe what happened when they got inside. Opposition party members, we're talking mainly of the EFF led by Julius Malema, they did everything to disrupt the proceedings. As President Jacob Zuma walked into the parliament, the ruling party ANC, they started chanting ANC, ANC. And then EFF, you know, Malema's party, those ones were chanting Tutsi. Tutsi means a street thug or a criminal. I'm like, they were calling the president a thug? Like, really? There is freedom of expression in South Africa. But then he went on with his speech. He totally ignored them as if they were not even there.
Deputy Speaker
14S1
of the National Assembly
UB,
and the Deputy
read together with the Honorable President
of the
So typical of Jacob Zuma. So opposition members were interrupting him, calling for a point of order, saying that the president had no right to speak in parliament because he violated his oath of office. You guys know about the house that he used public funds to build, to renovate. So one EFF member asked Zuma to please leave because he is a constitutional delinquent. I was like, constitutional delinquent, your president?
Mr. Zuma, please leave, Baba. Please leave. You don't belong here. You are a constitutional delinquent. You have to leave. Then we can proceed with the business of the house. But Mr. Zuma is a delinquent.
This is, I mean, I'm not surprised this is South Africa we're talking about. But as you guys know, disrupting President Zuma from speaking in parliament is nothing new. Opposition members have been doing this for a while now. And you recall that last year, President Zuma said that he's been abused, you know. He accused the opposition party of abusing him in parliament. So this time around, he was prepared. In fact, the presidency had announced that 400 soldiers would be deployed around parliament in order to maintain order on this day. So that's something that doesn't happen often in South Africa. And despite that, a fight broke out. Whoa! Can you imagine these lawmakers fighting inside parliament? Those were members of the EFF party, as well as the policemen disguised as security guards. We thought they were security guards, but they were actually real policemen, beating up each other right inside the parliament. EFF members were escorted out, of course, and keep in mind, they are the third largest opposition party. And then the second largest opposition party, that is the DA, they also decided to walk out during the president's speech. They were also interrupting the president's speech, asking for a moment of silence for the 94 psychiatric patients that died last year due to negligence. Anyway, the whole State of the Nation address, despite the red carpet and the fancy clothes and all that, at the end of the day, it was a mess. It was a big mess. It was a big mess. And you know, speaking of a mess, move closer, my people, yes. When exactly will xenophobia stop or end? When will xenophobia end in South Africa? When? You know, between 10 to 15 houses belonging to Nigerians were burnt down last week in Johannesburg. This happened in Rosetteville. The residents said that many of the Nigerians living in their neighborhood had turned the neighborhood into a drug haven and a prostitution den. So the houses targeted were mainly homes of suspected drug lords. Suspected, okay? Drug lords whom they also accused of using girls as young as 9 as prostitutes. Whatever those Nigerians have done, really, you don't take laws into your hands and start burning people's houses just because they are suspects. Are there no police or courts in South Africa? What is the point of having a judge if somebody can just say, this man must be a drug dealer? Oh yeah, burn down his house. Really? In a country where there are policemen?
These people are just suspects. It's not as if they've been found guilty. What happened to being innocent until proven otherwise?
and they still tell us that they are coming in the night. They are going to come and burn our property.
I'm not justifying dealing drugs. In fact, I strongly condemn it. I strongly condemn it. At the same time, you can't tell me that it is only Nigerians that are into drugs in South Africa. You can't tell me that there are no South Africans that are drug dealers. You can't tell me that. Are people burning down their houses as well? Or is it only whoever is not from South Africa that gets quick justice in South Africa? Having said that, you know, the truth of the matter is, if Nigeria doesn't get its acts together, this is how they will continue to treat Nigerian citizens. We need to get our acts together. Imagine the fact that Nigerians are the ones migrating to their country. It's their country. That's why they will continue to do this. And also, I like to say, if you're an immigrant in South Africa, obey the law in South Africa. Please don't break the law of the land. Don't get into drugs. Try as much as possible to stay out of trouble. The African Diaspora Forum blamed the mayor of Johannesburg for the xenophobic attack because last December he had said that people living in South Africa illegally should be treated as criminals. So, I mean, people have taken his words and they started burning houses of Nigerians that are suspected to be drug dealers. Shops belonging to foreign nationals were also looted. I mean, African foreign nationals, let me say, because they mainly target other African nationals. Imagine that the crowd brought out furniture from the homes of immigrants and they started setting them alight.
And of course, they repeated the same thing a few days later. They even burned down a Nigerian church and attacked more Nigerians.
I don't have anything. I didn't come out with anything. I only came out with my phone and my purse because I was taking the baby to school. So I never knew this is going to happen.
All our properties, TVs, and they burned the house. They came with 4 guns and they came with a gang. I ran away through the fence.
I was just looking at my properties burning. Can you imagine your properties burning in front of you? You can't do anything. I want to rush inside to go and take my son's passport, my passport, and my wife's passport. The light was too much. I saw police with them, 3 police, 3 big police. As I want to enter, one of them just break my hand with a rod. I don't know why this is happening in South Africa. This is pure wickedness. Even the South African police, I called them 4 times before they came late. When they came here, they were here in front of them. They are vandalizing our properties.
It's really sad. It's very, very sad. Although the police did arrest one man found in one of the houses that were burnt down. Once again, I strongly condemn drug dealing. Strongly. At the same time, I want to know what you think about this story. Is it fair for the crowd to take laws into their hands, burning down homes of Black African immigrants when they have policemen? You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.